Okay, so I think we can get started. Hello, everyone. My name is Anisha. Uh, is everybody's video on? I think Satya, I think your video is on, but I can't see you. Not able to hear. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Thank you for joining. Um, so we have a few children, a couple of children here today. It's our first class. And hello. Yep. So it's our first class today, and we will do some introductions. Who would like to start to introduce themselves? I guess I can start first. Okay. All right. So yeah, I can introduce myself. My name is Anisha. I live in Florida, and I live here with my husband and my son. I'm a doctor. I'm a medical doctor. I work at the University of Florida, and some of my hobbies are to draw, paint, and sing. And just like you, just like you're joining today's class, I first learned the Bhagavad Gita in my childhood when I joined children's classes just like this. And I welcome all of you, and I request everyone to turn their videos on and introduce yourselves. Just tell me your name, where you're from, and what are some of your hobbies. And I also want to mention my son is also on the call. He's Ansh. He's waving at all of you. He's 9 years old. Okay. So I'll have you all introduce yourselves one by one. Who wants to go first? Nandika and Nandini, do you want to go first? No? Do you want to tell me where you're from?
Nandika. बोलो बोलो
Maybe you want to type and tell us where you're from in the chat.
What no? Are you 2 years old? No? Then how old are you? How old are you? Say hi.
No worries, no problem. All right, who wants to go next? Kavita, yes, go ahead. You can unmute yourself. Tell us your name, your age, where you're from, what do you like to do?
My name is Rahanika. I am 9 years old.
That's so
And
nice.
dance, sing, and draw.
That's nice. Welcome, Rahanika. Did I get your name right?
Yes.
And your sister is joining as well?
My name is Aradhya. I am 7 years old and I like to paint, draw, and dance.
That's nice. And where are you joining from?
Ireland.
Ireland?
Yes.
In Europe?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Thank you for joining. What time is it over there?
It's 7.
7 p.m.?
Yes.
Wow, thank you so much. You're joining from so far away. And who wants to go next? Nandika wants to introduce. Satya, you want to introduce yourself?
I put my thing in the chat.
You did? I don't think I see it. Okay, I see it now. Okay, you live in Newberry. That's wonderful. You live in Florida. Okay. All right. And how old are you?
I am 9.
9 years old. Okay, I think we have a few 9-year-olds here. Okay, Ansh, do you want to introduce yourself to your friends, new friends?
My name is Anj. I'm 9 year old. I'm 9 years old, and I like playing soccer and Pokemon.
Thank you. All right. And is this Samir and Samanyu?
Yes, sir. Samesh, introduce yourself.
So my name is Samia and I'm 7 years old.
7 years old?
We play soccer. I feel like
Access the better somebody. They're watching you or something. They could just watch.
I couldn't hear you. You need to come closer and be a little more clear.
my name is Samia Chaudhary and I like to play soccer.
That's nice. And where are you joining from? Do you
This is
want
better,
to
better.
share friends?
From where? California.
I'm from California.
That's wonderful.
My name is Samanya and I am 8 years old. I like to play soccer.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you for joining. Samir and Saman, you are joining from California. So
Come on.
that's great. I see Shlok. Shlok, do you want to show your friends uh, your video and introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you. Okay. All right. Nimai, do you want to unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
My name is Nimai. I'm 10 years old and I'm from Alachua, Florida, and I like karate.
That's very nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for joining, everyone. I also want to introduce one of your teachers. Her name is Neela Manjari, and she has joined the call. She'll also be introducing herself.
Hi, I'm Neela Manjari, and I also live in Alachua, Florida. I'm a teacher in Alachua and Gainesville area, and I like to bike ride. I like to go on hikes. I like to do henna, and I like to bake. And I'm really excited to see you all here today.
Thank you so much. So, so we are all joining here for the first time. I'm meeting you all, some of you for the first time, and some of you I know from before. So, so basically, we're going to be reading from the Bhagavad Gita in our classes. And we're going to be learning some verses, some shlokas, and we'll be reciting and trying to memorize some shlokas, and we're going to learn some interesting stories. So, so how many of you know what the Bhagavad Gita is? Have you heard of the Bhagavad Gita before? Okay, so some of your hands are up. For those whose hands are not up, or yes, let's start with Satya. Satya, you want to tell us?
So like it tells people like how they should behave and how to be like a good person and stuff.
Okay, that's wonderful. And who else? Who else would like to share something about Bhagavad Gita? Okay, I see Nimai had his hand up. So maybe Nimai can tell us something about Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita was when when it was first said by Krishna in the Kurukshetra war. Krishna spoke to Arjuna about the Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, thank you. Yes, Ansh. Ansh has his hand up. I think you're mute, Ansh. We can't hear you.
Sanjay is telling Dhritarashtra what is happening in so it's basically somebody telling somebody
It's a
or
conversation.
something. Yeah, it's a conversation inside a conversation.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So we're going to memorize some shlokas. So shlokas are like poetic verses, and they're written in Sanskrit. And what's special about them are they're sometimes spoken by the Lord or by Krishna, or sometimes they're spoken by the devotees of Krishna. And they have very special benefits. There are a lot of benefits in reciting shlokas. They sharpen your mind, they improve your memory power, especially this language. Sanskrit is very special. So you're going to be learning shlokas. And, and it's also said that if you learn shlokas, you will never have any shoka. So shoka means misery, means sorrow and anxieties. So if you learn shlokas, you will not have any sorrows, anxieties, miseries in your life. So if you make an honest attempt to learn some shlokas, you will see that you'll see a lot of benefits in your life. So a little bit about Bhagavad Gita. I'll just share my slides here. Yeah, second. Is everyone able to see the screen? I'm assuming that's a yes, the silence.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So Bhagavad Gita, we'll recite some opening prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so Bhagavad Gita. So how many of you have the Bhagavad Gita at home? Okay, Satya has, Nimai has it, Ansh has, and Shlok should also have it, right? And I can see Samanyu and Samir, your hands are up. Halfway up. Thumbs up. Okay, that's good. That's very good. So Bhagavad Gita, so the meaning of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan means God and Gita means song. So Bhagavad Gita means the song that is sung by God himself. So this book, we fortunately have it in the book format. This book has 18 chapters and 700 shlokas, and it is part of the Mahabharat. So you can find this Bhagavad Gita is spoken as a part of Mahabharat. It is spoken in the Sanskrit language. And and so we will be learning some verses from this book. We will learn and recite the first shloka together. So this is the very first shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. So we will learn it together. I request everyone to unmute yourselves so I can hear you reciting the shloka. Okay? And and we will understand what it means and why this book or why this song was spoken. Okay? So I will have you unmute and repeat each of the words from the first verse of Bhagavad Gita after me. Okay? So everybody's unmuted? Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, so we can all recite each word together, one by one, or after me, one by one. So, Dhritarashtra. Can you recite that?
Dhritarashtra.
Dhritarashtra.
Thank you. Uvacha.
Just
Vacha.
not
Dharma Kshetre.
Dharma.
Kurukshetre. Samaveta. Yuyutavaha. Mamaka.
Mamaka.
Pandavash.
Pandavas.
Deva.
Selva.
Kim.
Kim.
Akurvata.
Purvata.
Sanjaya.
Yes.
Okay, that's very good. So we'll recite the first two words together. Dhritarashtra Uvacha.
Dhritarashtra.
Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. Okay, we'll say it again, okay? We'll do the first two lines together. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. Samaveta Yuyutsavaha. We'll say the next line. Mamaka Pandavaschaiva. Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. Thank you. So some of you are already very expert in reciting shlokas. I would like to focus more on those who are new and who have never recited the shlokas before. So we are breaking this down just for you. Okay? So so let's see. I guess we can start with Rehanika and Aradhya. Do you want to say the first two letters or first two words of the shloka together? You can say it together. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Uvacha. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva. Okay, I can't hear you, but I know you're reciting there. Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. Thank you. You did great. Next, let's see. Satya, would you like to recite? Are you familiar with these shlokas?
No.
Okay, so we'll give it a shot, okay? Dhritarashtra Uvacha.
Dhritarashtra Uvacha.
धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे
धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे
समवेतायुयुत्सवः
समवेतयुयुत्सवः
मामका पाण्डवाश्चैव
मामका पाण्डवाश्चैव
किम् अकुर्वत सञ्जय.
किम् अकुर्वत सञ्जय.
You did very good. Thank you. It sounds like you've been reciting some shlokas already before. Have you been?
No.
No? First time?
Yeah.
That's great. You did amazing. Okay. Samanyu and Samir, both of you want to recite together?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's start. Dhritarashtra Uvacha
Dhritarashtra
Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre
Dharmakshestre
Samaveta Yuyutsavaha
Samaveta
Mamaka Pandavaschaiva
Mamaka Pandavas Ka Boys. Next word. Wait. Next line, Chadu. Last line.
Last line. Kim Akurvata Sanjaya.
Kim Akurvita Sanjaya. Chadu.
Very nice. You all, both of you did amazing. All of you did very well. Nandika and Nandini, do you want to try? No? No problem. No problem. Whenever you're ready, you let us know, okay? And we can give you a chance. We want everyone to get a chance. And I think someone new has joined, Rohit, Anand. Do you want to unmute and tell us a little bit about you? We already did our introductions.
That's not really my name. That's my dad's name. That's my dad's name. My name's Aditya.
Okay, Atisha. How old are you, Atisha?
I'm 9.
9 years old. We have a lot of 9-year-olds here. That's wonderful. And where are you joining from?
America,
Which part?
California.
California?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Do you know Samanyu and Samir? They're joining from California also.
California, Fresno.
Fresno, right?
Fresno.
Fresno.
I don't live in Fresno.
Okay. Thank you for joining. We're happy to have you.
Anisha auntie. She's Anisha auntie.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining and giving us your time. So basically, we will be reciting this verse a few times together. Okay. So what I will do is I will recite this one and then we will recite the whole verse together as a group. So I request everybody to unmute and I will first, recite the verse once.
We're unmuted.
And then everybody else can also recite it. We'll do it 5 times. Okay? Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. Okay, who wants to, or not who wants to, everybody can unmute themselves and recite together. I will also recite with you. And we will say this 5 times. Okay? Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. Do you all want to recite together? I don't think I could hear any of you. Do you want to say it one more time?
Okay.
Okay, let's say it then. Dhritarashtra Uvacha
Rashtravacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yadva Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kimma Kurvata Sanjaya.
Very nice. One more time, okay? Dhritarashtra Uvacha
Rashtravacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre
Samaveta Yushava Mama Sanjaya.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so your homework is going to be to learn this verse. I will send you the recording and you can recite it every day home. And it's actually very purifying. You should try to recite shlokas every day. And we will start only with this first shloka. We'll keep it simple. And you can try and practice it every day. And next week, we can all give it a shot. We can all try saying it one by one. Okay. So who would like to read the translation? Any volunteers to read the translation of this verse? Are there any hands up? Okay, let's go with Satya. Satya.
Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do?
Thank you. That was very nice. I know there were a few more hands up. I saw Shlok's hand go up. Shlok, do you want to recite the translation or read the translation?
Yes. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do?
But he's younger than me.
Very nice. Okay, thank you, Shlok. All right, who else would like to go? Nimai, I saw Nimai's hand up. Go ahead, Nimai.
Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do?
Thank you. Did I also see Samanyu and Samir's hand up? Do one of you want to read the translation?
I'm good. We're good.
Okay, no problem. All right, so how many of you would like to hear a story? And the story will explain what this shloka is talking about. Hands up. Okay, I see a few hands up. That's very good. So once upon a time, there were two brothers. Their names were Dhritarashtra and Pandu. And they were princes in a great empire, in a great kingdom called Hastinapur. And Dhritarashtra. So this is, oops. But yeah. Dhritarashtra. Yeah, do you see this picture? So Dhritarashtra, he was blind from birth. He could not see. And he was the older brother. And his brother Pandu is the younger brother. So this is a picture of Pandu and the previous slide picture of Dhritarashtra. So as you can see, he is blind. And in his heart, because he was blind, he could not become the king. So Pandu became the king of the Kuru dynasty of Hastinapur. And he always in his heart, he wanted to be the king, but he couldn't. Just because he was blind. He was disabled, right? So Pandu had 5 sons. They were known as the Pandavas. How many of you know the names of the Pandavas? So let's go with someone who is very new. Any hands up for the names of the
I know. Me.
Okay, I see few hands are up. So maybe we can start with Ansh. You want to give us one name?
Arjuna.
Okay. Arjuna was a Pandava. Nimai,
Yudhishthir.
Yudhishthir was a Pandava. That's right. Okay, so 2 out of 5. We have 3 more brothers to go. Satya. Yes, Satya.
Krishna?
Who?
Krishna?
Krishna? No, Krishna was not a Pandava, but he was a relative of the Pandavas. So not Krishna, but we still have 3 more brothers to go. Let's see who else has their hand up. Okay, Shlok, go ahead.
Nakul and Sahadev.
Okay, so that's 2. And there's one more. Nimai can go. Yes, Nimai.
Bhima.
Bhima, yes. So the 5 Pandavas, according to their age in descending order, Yudhishthir, Bhima. Oh, I see Atisha also has her hand up. Yes, Atisha, you want to say something?
I was gonna say Bhima.
Bhima, yes. Thank you. So, so we have Yudhishthir, Bhima, then Arjuna, and then the last 2, Nakul and Sahadev, were actually twins. So these were the 5 Pandavas, and they were considered to be very noble, very saintly, and very, very good boys. And they were full of good qualities. They always respected their elders. They always listened to their elders. They were very kind and generous. They were very honest and very loyal, polite, courageous. They were good fighters. So they were good at what they did. So because they were Kshatriyas, they were in the royal family, they were in the family of the kings. They were trained to fight and they were very good at it. And so they were blessed with such amazing qualities. What other good qualities can you think of? Anybody would like to mention some good qualities? Okay, Ansh. Did you have your hand raised?
Brave.
You're brave. Okay, that's very good. Who else would like to mention good qualities? Yes, Nimai.
Strong.
You're strong. Yes. Yes, Satya, is your hand up?
Fast.
They were fast. Okay. Is that a good quality, Satya?
Steak.
Okay. Samanyu, are you saying something?
No,
Okay.
I'm just telling.
Okay. All right. So yes, so they were blessed with such amazing qualities. And so these are the sons of Pandu. And the one in the green sari in the middle is their wife. Her name is Draupadi. But we're not going to talk about her right now. So the 5 sons of Pandu and Dhritarashtra had 100 sons. 100 sons. And the eldest of the son was Duryodhana. What was his name? Duryodhan. Yeah, Duryodhan. And he was very wicked and very evil, and he hated the Pandavas. He really hated them. He hated them because they were so good, and he hated them because they were in line to become the next king. Yudhishthir was in line to become the next king after Pandu. They were very qualified, and all their Kuru elders, all the elders in their family loved them. So they were cousins. Duryodhan and Duryodhana and the Pandus, they were cousins. The Pandavas, sorry, were cousins. So he always tried to do something bad to them. He tried to kill them many times. He tried to set their home on fire, and he took away their kingdom, and by cheating on a dice game. And he sent them to the forest on exile for 13 years. So he sent them away from their home for 13 years. And when they returned from exile, he did not give their kingdom back to them. Is that a very nice thing to do? No, right? So evil to try kill someone. So what happens when someone is doing bad things? Can anybody shed some light? Can anybody
get-
They get arrested.
They get arrested. Thank
Yes.
you. Somebody else sharing?
they get punished.
They get punished. Who was that?
Um,
Atisha?
yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yes, they get punished. And anybody else would like to share?
In some instances that sometimes they do death sentences.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a death sentence to punish them. That's true. And Samani was saying something?
No.
Okay. So what happens, Samanu, when someone does a bad thing?
So they can get they get they get punished.
They get punished.
That was my idea, but it was said.
Yes, that's true. They get punished. So if there's a thief or a murderer in town, where do they go? They go to jail, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's these days, though.
Yes, that's these days. Yes, Samanu. Sorry, yes, Nimai. Go ahead.
They get bad karma after.
Ah, that's very important. So if they don't get punished for it in this lifetime, they have to suffer the result of the bad thing that they do in the next lifetime, and sometimes in this lifetime too. So, so yes, so that's what happens when someone does bad thing. So if one country attacks another country for no reason at all, what happens is, will the other country sit quietly? No, right? What will happen? There will be a
Wow.
war. Yeah, there will be a big war.
You said
So something similar happened here. So as you can see in this picture, there are two armies, right? So on one side, you have the army of the Pandavas headed by Yudhishthir. And on the other side, you have the army of the Kauravas, or headed by Duryodhan. And they met, and this battlefield, this is the battlefield, and the name of the battlefield is Kurukshetra. So the Kurukshetra is actually a very holy place. It's a very holy place. This verse that we learned today, Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra, right? So it's a very special place. It's not an ordinary place. And Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Krishna to Arjuna on this battlefield of Kurukshetra. So some people say Kurukshetra doesn't exist. It is just a myth. And Mahabharata actually didn't happen. It is just a myth. But no, actually, these are historical events. These actually happened. These are history. History, especially from India. This happened in India. And Kurukshetra is an actual place in India. It is in the state of Haryana, India. So one can actually visit Kurukshetra, and one can actually visit this place called Jyotisar. It is in Kurukshetra, and one can see this tree, this immortal banyan tree. It's been here for 5,000 years, and it has witnessed Krishna speaking the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So, so this is actually a historical place. This is part of our history, and these are not myth. These are not made up stories. And and the Bhagavad Gita was spoken to Krishna by Krishna to Arjuna on the day of Mokshada Ekadashi, which is actually coming next month. Exactly in 1 month, in December, is Mokshada Ekadashi. It is the name of the day, the 11th day of Ekadashi was when Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, and it's actually the birthday of the Bhagavad Gita. So we will celebrate that, and we will talk about that in the next month. So there are many stories that happened in Kurukshetra, and this Bhagavad Gita was spoken just before the war was about to start. So Duryodhan, he did all these bad things to the Pandavas, and the Pandavas realized that, okay, we have tried to avoid war for a long, long time. We kept quiet for a long, long time, but now it's getting to the limits. Okay, we have to fight back. We have to get our kingdom back, and they are trying to destroy us for no reason. So, so what they did was the war was about to start, but Arjuna, he couldn't fight. He became very, very weak. And he told Krishna, he gave him so many reasons. He told Krishna that I'm not able to fight. I'm seeing all my friends, my cousins, my elders that I respect so much on the other side of the battlefield. So here Krishna is sitting down and he's telling, sorry, Arjuna is sitting down and he's telling Krishna that, oh, Krishna, I can't fight. I'm feeling so weak. All of the people I love so much, all my family members are on the other side of the battlefield. And I'm feeling very confused. I'm so confused whether or not I should fight or whether I should give up on this war. So Krishna was his best friend and was his guide, and he helped clear the confusions from Arjuna's mind. Anybody had confusions before? Was anybody ever has anyone become confused in their life before? I see few hands are up. Yes, Satya. You want to share what happened when you were confused?
I get confused mostly by math.
Yeah. Okay, yes. That can be confusing for sure. Who else? Somebody else raised their hand up. Samanyu, did you raise your hand up? Have you ever been confused in your life? You're mute. Can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, I'm muted.
Have you ever been confused in your life?
Yes, but I forgot how I got confused.
Yeah, but it happens, right? We get
Yeah.
confused so many times. Yes, who else would like to share when they were confused? Anybody else? So yeah, we do become confused also, right? So just like Arjuna, when we become confused, we can turn to our best friend, Krishna, who is sitting in our heart and who's also providing guidance in the form of Bhagavad Gita. So we will learn some lessons from the Bhagavad Gita. We will see what Krishna spoke to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. So even though Bhagavad Gita was spoken on the battlefield, at the time just before the start of a war, still Bhagavad Gita has nothing to do with war in it. Krishna does not speak about violence in the Bhagavad Gita. In fact, he gives him life lessons, very meaningful lessons on how to overcome confusion in the mind. So, when we also go through the Bhagavad Gita, we go through several verses of the Bhagavad Gita. We will be discussing different lessons through stories, and we will learn about how to come out from confusion and how to become clear. Okay, so it's going to be a practice. It's going to be a nice exercise for all of us to do that. Okay, so in this, the verse that we learned, right? So Dhritarashtra, coming back to the verse that we learned here, right? So Dhritarashtra. So now we know, we all know who is Dhritarashtra. He is the elder blind brother who really wanted the kingdom. And he is asking his assistant, Sanjaya. So this is his assistant, Sanjaya. So Sanjaya was his secretary, and he had a special gift in which he could see everything that was going on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So he could actually narrate the whole events of the war to Dhritarashtra, the blind king. And he also described what Krishna spoke to Arjuna. So basically, Dhritarashtra is asking in this verse that, O Sanjaya, after my sons, which is Duryodhan, and the sons, the 100 sons, his 100 sons, my sons, and the sons of Pandu, that is the 5 sons of Pandu, the 5 Pandavas, when they assembled at the special place, Dharma Kshetra, the special place of pilgrimage, desiring to fight, what did they do? So basically, they all came together in Kurukshetra and in this special place. So he knows that Kurukshetra, because it is Dharma Kshetra, because it is a holy place, holy places have very magical, special influence. So they can actually elevate one's consciousness. There are very positive vibrations in holy places. So he was very afraid. Dhritarashtra was very afraid. He knows that his sons were very evil. And he was afraid that because the sons of Pandu are very good boys, they're very good, that the holy place will favor them in the war and they might win the war. So in this verse, we can see the first verse of the Bhagavad Gita. We can see how fearful Dhritarashtra is and how he's so scared that he's asking Sanjaya, what did they do? So obviously, when you are going to be sitting down with a plate of food, right, and you're intending to eat, if somebody comes and asks you a silly question, that what are you going to do with this plate of food? Obviously, you're going to eat it, right? That's such a silly question. So here Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjaya that you went to the place of pilgrimage Kurukshetra. What did you do there? They assembled to fight. So he knows that they're going to fight, but he still asks them, what did they do? So, so we can see how he's fearful here about who's going to win the war. And I think, and he's thinking that, oh, this special place, this holy place, Kurukshetra, is going to favor the sons of Pandu, the Pandavas, because they're such good boys. So basically, this is the flow of the Bhagavad Gita. This is where we are starting out. And the first chapter is all about how Arjuna is confused and who is on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, all the names from Mahabharat. How many of you have read the Mahabharat or know the Mahabharat? Hands up. Let's see. Have you heard of the Mahabharat before? Yes, I see Samanyu's hand went up, Nimai's hand went up, Ansh's hand is up.
We watched it.
You watched it? That's very good. Shlok's hand is up. Very good, Shlok. And who else has heard of the Mahabharata before? Where did you watch it, Samanyu? And Atisha is up too.
At home on Hotstar.
Okay, so you watch it on TV?
I finished it.
That's
So-
very good. So you are expert in Mahabharata, so you know exactly what happened, right? So Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita is a part of it. And, Krishna somehow put Arjuna, actually he told Arjuna the Bhagavad Gita for us, so that we can understand what the meaning of life. And just how it guided Arjuna in his time of confusion, similarly, we will also use the Bhagavad Gita to guide our confusions. Okay? So we will end for today. Is that okay? How many of you liked today's session?
Me?
Okay, thank you. Atisha said she liked it. Samanyu is saying he liked it. Nima is saying he likes it. That's very good. So thank you for joining, everybody.
Well, thank you.
I would like to hear one thing that each of you liked from today's session.
Bata kya tu like today's session? What did you like for today's session? Tell, think and tell.
Praise God.
Yes, Samanyu's hand is up. Go ahead, Samanyu. What did you like from today's story?
The story again.
You like the story?
Yeah. Shut up.
Good.
Wait, you have to.
Yes, Samir.
What did you like?
I also like the story.
That's good. That's good. Yes, it's a very nice story. Who else wants to share? Yes, Ansh.
This pictures.
Like the pictures? Good. That's good to know. Okay, who else would like to share? Aradhya and Hanika, would you like to share?
I like this story and this shloka we learned.
That's very nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Satya, you want to share what you liked?
I like the story.
I like the story. That's good. Okay, so once we have done a few sessions, we will be doing some quizzes. So they will be very exciting. And all of you will be playing with each other in the quizzes. So it'll be fun. It'll be good fun, okay? And thank you everyone for joining. Very, very grateful. We will end for today with a closing prayer. We will recite this together. Whoever knows it can recite it. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So when was Bhagavad? I see Satya has a question. Thank you, Satya, for your question. He's asking, when was Bhagavad Gita written as a book? So actually, just before Kali Yuga came. So Krishna appeared at the end of Dwapar Yuga. So there are 4 yugas. Do you know these 4 yugas, Satya? Satya Yug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, and Kali Yug. Have you heard of this before?
No.
So there are 4 yuga cycles. So our time on this earth, or our time here, is divided into 4 yuga cycles. And this is the Kali Yuga is the last yuga cycle. And we can talk more about this in the future classes. But just to answer your question, Krishna appeared in the last 1/3 of Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga appeared, Kali Yuga was right after it, right between when Dwapar Yuga was transitioning to the Kali Yuga. So what happened was Vyasadeva, He's an incarnation of Krishna. He appeared because he knew that people in Kali Yuga are going to have very short memories. You know, back in the day, people were called Shrutidhars. Shrutidhars means they just heard it once, and Shruti means hear, Dhar means to hold. So they could hear something once and they could hold it forever. So they never forgot what they heard. But we, the people of Kali Yuga, we tend to forget, right? We are forgetful. We have short memories. We have short lives. People of Kali Yuga are very unlucky. So, because he knew that people of Kali Yuga are not going to be able to remember anything just by hearing, Vyasadeva, at the end of Dwapar Yuga, he put all the knowledge, including the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita, in written form. So back in the day, he wrote it on leaves and he wrote it with natural ink made from plants. So they weren't publishing houses back in the day, 5,000 years ago, right? So, so the Bhagavad Gita was actually spoken initially, but just when the rest of the Vedas and just when, the whole Mahabharata, I don't know if you know this, but have you seen a picture of Vyasadeva dictating the Vedas and the Mahabharata and Lord Ganesh writing it down? Have you ever seen that picture before? So so that's how it happened. Lord Ganesh wrote it down into a book form, and that's how it's been carried forward. People, because there were no copying machines or publishing houses back then, things were written and rewritten over and over and over again. And in today's age, in the 1970s, the most popular book of Bhagavad Gita, the most popular version of Bhagavad Gita, which is widely read in all the countries, and this is actually translated in so many languages, probably 60, 70 or more languages. The same Bhagavad Gita has been translated to. So this Bhagavad Gita is written to us, was given to us by Srila Prabhupada. He translated it for us and gave it to us in the 1970s. So that's an answer to your, that's a short answer to your question. Okay?
Okay.
Does that answer, is that helpful?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So we will end for today. Thank you for your nice questions and nice interactions. We will meet you all next week. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for joining.